What's going on, guys? Doomwake here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy Standard video on the channel. The Pro Tour in Las Vegas took place as of the time of recording, I think about a week and a half ago. Depending on when this goes out, maybe a little bit longer. And yeah, it was a Pro Tour. That's all I have to say about that. But outside of the top 8 and most of the top 16, there was some interesting non-Prowess and mono red decks. And one of the ones that I have for you today is from Luis Goburn in 28th place, playing Orzhov Demons. Now, the Demons deck is something that was a known quantity coming into the Pro Tour, but I think a lot of people may have shied away from it due to, it's kind of this weird thing where Into the Floodmaw was still a heavy presence in some of these decks. Like some were still playing 3, sometimes 4 copies in the main deck. And I feel like what happened is that if you look at the top 8 lists, I know Ian Robb only had 2. I'm pretty sure most of the other people in top 8 only had a couple of Floodmaws. So and I think part of that is due to the fact that it's sort of a more inbred metagame. If you're expecting a lot of other red and prowess, Floodmaw maybe not quite as good. It's good against people who are casting more expensive cards. Demons, 4-drops, right? But, you know, this deck sort of maybe took advantage of that little bit of a downtick in Floodmaw, and Luis made it all the way to 28th place. So let's talk about what's going on here. Now, as a Demons deck, it is certainly centered around the card Unholy Annex. This card has been in Standard for quite some time now, and it is extremely powerful. So the first side of the room, the 3-mana room, end step, if you draw a card, if you have a demon, you drain for 2. And then the other half of the room, Ritual Chamber, is just 5 mana for a 6/6 flying demon. So it's very flexible. You can play it on turn 3. You can wait until turn 5 to make the 6/6. You can do it on turn 3 and on turn 5. You can just do them both on 8 mana. A lot of flexibility with this card. A combo, this goes back to the less Floodmaws. A combo that a lot of these demon decks hadn't, like, it was very heavily played when it first came out, but really has not seen a ton of playability since then, and that is Unstoppable Slasher and Bloodletter of Aclazotz. So the Slasher is a 2/3 death touch that when it hits them, they lose half their life, and then Bloodletter is 2/4 flyer. If an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. So when they would go to lose half of their life, they actually lose half of their life times 2, which is, you guessed it, their entire life total. So this is a 1-hit kill if you go turn 3 Slasher, turn 4 Bloodletter. You do have to remove some blockers, which, you know, the color black is good at doing. 4 Go for the Throat, 4 Cut Down. 2 main deck Pest Control, definitely targeted towards Prowess. And then really heavy on discard. 4 Cruelclaw's Heist and 4 Duress. Now, one thing that's interesting is basically every single black deck for the longest time was just the first card you put into the deck list was 4 copies of Deep Cavern Bat. And I think with this switch more towards a prowess and red heavy metagame, Deep Cavern Bat is extremely unreliable. All of the prowess and red decks have so many ways to answer a Deep Cavern Bat on the battlefield. So Heist being able to take the card permanently, even at 2 mana, if you're on the play, you can still Heist their cutter before they play it. Now, granted, going second, you probably have to sideboard this card out almost every time against aggressive decks, but on the play, I think it's okay. And then from there, we have a couple of Preacher of the Schisms, still a good card, very hard to kill for the red decks. And then a card that I definitely didn't have on my radar, but when I played the games out with this deck, I realized this card is kind of crazy. Elenda, Saint of Dusk. So it is a 4/4 lifelink hexproof from instants. That's very important. As long as your life total is greater than your starting life total, +1/+1 menace, and then it gets an additional +5/+5 if your life total is 10 greater than your starting. So that would be 30 or more for you non-commander players out there. The important part about this card is, you guessed it, hexproof from instants, where it doesn't die to Go for the Throat. It doesn't die to, it can't be bounced by Into the Floodmaw, doesn't die to Burst Lightning. They can't even like Lightning Strike plus Burst. They can't do anything to it. There's not a lot of people who are playing a sorcery removal spells because the nature of the format is against the aggressive decks, you need as much instance as possible to deal with their haste creatures. So naturally, Elenda doesn't, in that metagame, Elenda kind of thrives. Now, it's tough to get it in combat against Prowess and Monstrous Rage, so you may not want to block with it, so keep that in mind, but it is still a very powerful effect. And then from there, very clean mana base, the 12 good dual lands, 9 swamps, and 4 sanctuaries, because it's a demon for Unholy Annex. And then in the sideboard, we have some more discard spells for Cutter, Legions to Ashes, also pretty good against Core Steel Cutter, because you can clean up a couple of tokens, and it's just a good, clean, catch-all removal spell. It's like sort of the Orzhov Maelstrom Pulse, kind of. The end, because every black mid-range deck has to play one copy of this, even though I hate this card. I don't think it's very good, but every single black deck has one copy. Just it's basically like Surgical Extraction in Modern, where everybody has it in their sideboard, but people bring it in when they shouldn't. 2 Gix's Command, good sweeper against Prowess and lifelink against Red. Ghost Vacuum for Omniscience, Anoint for Mouse, 2 more Pest Controls for Prowess, Loran for Prowess, anybody who has artifacts or enchantments, really. And then a Blot Out, which is mostly here for Dimir, because it's good against Kaido and Curiosity. So that is the deck list here. Again, 28th place, nothing to scoff at. And we'll see if we can maybe cobble together a winning record that could resemble a 28th place finish. Anyways, I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. I feel like I've sort of leveled up as an MTG player over the last 6 months. Results are becoming more consistent, and I understand the game at a deeper level. I'm still struggling to make it past the initial top 8 rounds of RCQs. Is this just a matter of needing to be more patient? It's hard to... That's a hard question to answer. It kind of depends on, like where do you feel... Like, I don't know. I guess my question would be, like, do you get nervous in top 8s? Do you think it's a nerves thing? Some people do that. Just like focus. And the thing is, it can be hard when you're in an event like that, because you've been playing all day, you know? Like, you've already been playing for 5-6 hours, and sometimes you're mental. Just drink a lot of water, honestly. Oh, okay. I mean, why even play the discard spells at that point? Come on, man. Yeah, water and caffeine for sure. I don't know. Some people, like, crash out on caffeine. I personally don't, but water clears the mind. That's probably the best advice I can give. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way too. I have one plan. I have one plan in this game. It's not a very good plan, but it's all I got, man. There's no reason to take a stock up. Because this game's not going to last that much longer anyways. I have to hope that they, like, brick and I draw a Bloodletter, and they attack for some reason. But if they brick, they're just not going to attack is the thing. I'm, like, honestly kind of shocked they're chump blocking here. I feel like they're giving me outs by chump blocking. Like, they could have just been at 5 and had 2 otter tokens in play. And if I was at 5, if they were at 5 and had 2 otter tokens in play, they probably could have won this game this turn or something. But I don't know. I'm not the one playing the Prowess deck. Yeah, I mean, I didn't say that I personally get sleepy with caffeine. I just know that some people do. I can't function in the morning without coffee. It's become an addiction. Alright, I'm gonna attack and just make a 6/6. This is bad if they have second Flood Maw, but if they're playing Ian's list, Ian only had 2 Flood Maws. Sure. Okay, which one... Wait, how do I do this? Which one's which? It's the one. I was like, wait, which one's which? I can't figure it out. Pest Control Preacher. Pest Control is just so bad if they have Torch. Yeah, I mean, this line is worse against Flood Maw, but better against Torch. That's a good draw. Low-key, that's a good draw. Sure. Wild Ride would be disgusting here. Yeah, okay. This is like maybe a winnable game. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just talents my guy. Dude, I can blow up with a talent this turn. What do you mean? I have a Pest Control in my hand. I'll be okay, alright? I mean, I'm at 9, which is scary, but... I got it, don't worry. Hold. Please brick, please brick, please brick. That looks like a brick to me. You attack, I'm blocking. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they had Flood Maw, do you think they would have Flood Mawed the Preacher and attacked for 3? Like 100%, right? Yeah, for sure. So we can do this. There's no way they would have held the Flood Maw if they drew it. They definitely would have cast it. Hold. All right, please don't bounce my Bloodletter. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yes. Dude, I can't believe I'm gonna win this game. They resolved 2 stock-ups and drew 3 stock-ups and drew a Steel Cutter after I duressed their first one. And I'm still gonna win this game. I think. Can I die this turn? Maybe, right? So if they have 2 removal spells, am I dead? 2, 4, 5... Bounce Bloodletter, 6, 7, 8, plus Rage. I think if their hand is Bounce Spell Rage, I die. Their hand is not Bounce Spell Rage. It could be Rage, but... I'm not blocking with the Bloodletter, because I just have them dead if they don't have a Bounce Spell. I don't know how I won that game. Anyways. Easy win. This is a lot of 3-drops against Prowess. We have to cut the Heist on the draw. Heist is so shit against them. Probably just trim on stuff that's bad against Flood Maw, I guess. See, I don't know, man. My curve still feels way too high for this matchup. But, like, do you want to cut more 3s? I guess I could trim on some 3s for Gix's command. They should side out their stock ups. I mean, they resolved 3 of them and still lost. Let's do like 1 slasher for a command. But I don't like Anoint if they don't have VV. Legions to asses. No, I mean, you just want to cut. They had Swiss Spear too. Like, you just have to keep in cut down, because every time they play a 1-mana creature, you have to kill it on the spot. Also, if they tap out for VV, on turn 3, you can cut down that. So it's, like, decent-ish against VV. Or it can be. Show me that second cutter. Yeah, I know. Get the fuck out of here. If you draw a third one, I'm ending stream. Okay, good. I guess if they drew a third one, I just have the legions, but... Elenda might just solo them. Sure. No land, maybe? Legions to asses. Folks, new sub alert, by the way, if you want to help support the content and get to hear the new, amazing, hilarious, best, funniest, poggest, greatest thing you've ever heard in your life. There's probably some more words that I can use to describe it, but those are the ones that I came up with. Ah, you got a bounce spell over there, huh? I'm attacking. Yep. How do you defeat my 4-mana 4/4? Haha, hexproof from instants, bozo. Notable instant. GG Pashby, thank you for the Prime sub. 21 months. Welcome back, Pashby. Is that stock up number 3? Sure is. It's such a good sub notification. The okay at the end? Yeah, so when I initially did it, I didn't have the okay, but I think the okay really, like, it just adds another element to it. Where's that sound clip from? From an individual they did an interview with this past weekend. His name was Raul. Unfortunately, he was never heard from again after the interview took place. Oh, 7's for Raul. Whoa. The hero we deserve. True. Raul, I miss you already. Come back. Confirmed not a stream sniper, by the way. You got a lot of pests over there. Time to control the pests. The pests have been controlled. This is a BM Duress, by the way. Official BM Duress. Kind of fucked up. Was that rude? Was that bad? that was pretty bad, right? Bro drew the 4th stock up. I just want to say they've cast 7 stock ups in 2 games. 7 stock ups in 2 games. And they're still dead. I wish I could draw 7 stock ups. Look, I didn't need it, but, you know. Completely unnecessary, but... Okay, Xena, do you have pests that I need to control? I hope you do. Oh, pests confirmed. Pests confirmed. Well, they actually don't have any pests. They are fresh out of pests. Notably non-flying, by the way. Take Nemesis. I really want to take this Challenger. It's kind of greedy to take Challenger, though, right? So close. How many ways do I have to profitably kill Nemesis? 4 go for the throat. That's really it, though, right? Just 4 go for the throat. I wish I had a Preacher in my hand. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing about taking Nemesis is now their Twin Maws just don't have any text whatsoever. I am shocked they played that over Challenger. Okay. Just jam Bloodletter next turn. It's unfortunate. Although they can't play the extra spell off of it. Yeah, I don't really have a choice. It's interesting. Just textless cards. Oh. Shit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go to 4. And then next turn, play second Bloodletter and just hope they miss off of the village again. I only lose if they drew second Rage. Can't play around it. Okay. You're at 14. They're just dead, right? This is 16. That was good. That was good. Yeah, I know why we're playing Bloodletter now. just the old minus 16. A clean 16. Yeah, and people say Rage is the problem. Do you think the mono red players are like, oh, I really hope they ban Bloodletter of Aclazotz. I can't take it anymore. What is this, Pioneer? No, Pioneer is like all mono red decks too. Yeah, well, no, the Sunfall, the people who wanted Sunfall to be banned, those people only existed like 6 months ago. I think people are off the ban Sunfall train now. Okay. do I think needs to go? If I had it my way, well, it's weird. There's a big difference between what I think is going to happen and what I want to happen. Like, what I want to happen is for them to ban, like, 7 cards. But realistically, I think what's going to happen is Rage and Cutter. I think those are, like, 2 very, very clearly obvious ones. But once you get past Rage and Cutter, it's like, just sort of let the rest of the metagame adapt, you know? Just kind of let it simmer for a little bit. But I would ban Rage and Cutter for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely arguments to be had for, like, this town ain't big enough, Beanstalk. Like, there's plenty of other stuff, you know? Why did they keep those in? I guess they kill preachers. But yeah, like, once you get past Rage and Cutter, there's, like, Up the Beanstalk, This Town Ain't Big Enough. There's some other ones you could maybe consider. Like, This Town, Beanstalk, Storm Chaser's Talent, Stock Up. Like, I think any number of those are potentially, like, could be potentially problematic at some point. But I think that the philosophy of just axe the red decks and see where the format goes from there I think that's a pretty good approach. And I think that's where they'll start. I don't think it's going to be enough, but I would at least be willing to entertain, like, see what the format looks like, especially with the rotation around the schedule, or like rotation around the corner. Why is it not? Hold on. My Spotify is acting weird right now. True. Jeremy Burton, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for the Prime subscription. That new sub alert just sends me every time. It's so good. We probably have to get rid of the sub alert once we get to next once we get to next Monday then. We can go back to deck, yeah, though. For now, it's good. If they go further than Rage and Beans, I'd want One Mouse, Beans, and Storm Chasers. Oh, yeah, if they go further than Rage and Cutter, yeah, I could see that. Where is it from? There was an interview that they did over the weekend with this one player, Raul Porion, and that is the interview they did with Raul. Everybody else who they interviewed and asked that question was like, yeah, standard's fine. There's some interesting decisions. And Raul was like, nah, dog, fuck that. He's like, this format's dog shit. And we respect Raul for that, you know? Raul's the GOAT. He was the only one willing to speak his mind. Dude, I'm not giving you a target for that, Dragon. That shit ain't happening. You're gonna lose the game with that in your hand. Yeah. Good thing I have 2 kill spells. -1 card. Yeah, I think they were playing around a kill spell. And that's why they did it this way, but dude, these Stormbroods they're not good, man. Take 8, please. Please take 8. I told you were going to lose the game with the Stormbrood in hand. I knew that was going to happen. At least we know how to sideboard. What did I do last time? Wait, hold on. Did I not board in Gix's command the last time? Surely I brought in Gix's command against Mono Red last time, right? Because I think the only thing I did was cut a slasher. But now I'm going to do something like this, maybe? Actually, if they're going to keep in the 4 Stormbroods, what if I cut this? Because this just... I know it has lifelink, but it fucking... Nah, I'll just do this. I don't know about this one. What does chat think? Chat, would you keep this hand on the draw against Mono Red? What would Corey do? Hard no. I think it's close. It's my win rate. I think we're 3-1 right now. Banger alert, banger alert. I'm gonna keep it. The voices in my head are telling me to keep. Well, I mean, they tell me a lot of things, but... Dead, 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 dead. Yep, dead. That's the downside to keeping this hand. Oh, well, I'm really dead. Unless I draw cut down right now. Look, I'm not going to say it's a bad card, but it's not going to be fast enough. Yeah. Brick, maybe? It's not a brick. I mean, I think it's reasonable for them to board in Suplex because I have Slasher. I don't know if I would do it, but I don't think it's like completely unreasonable for them to do it. Cool. Let's go to game 3. Jeremy, thank you for the 2 months. It's got spells. Am I a duplex guy? Oh, you're asking Rhino. Why wouldn't you ask me if I'm a duplex guy? I need a hero. I need you to play your hired claw. I'm the same person, am I? Annex. I gotta hold. Come on, give me 2 1-drops this turn. Fuck you. Alright, fine. They at least gave me that. And they have 1 brick in hand. Yeah, sure. I'm at 15. Give me like a... We need an Annex next turn. That's a good use for the Stormbrood. We're gonna get destroyed by this case. Did I bring in any answers to the case? Nope. I cannot remove this card from the battlefield. Well, I guess we gotta go on the offense then. Fuck that, you know? I should have just in case. Nope. I can't let you do that. They hated him because he spoke the truth. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Attack, I guess. Mm-hmm. Okay, I need them to have a land in hand and flip a land. Step 1. Take the trade, I guess. Okay, Annex. Annex, please. That's good. That's good. Maybe they'll draw 3 suplexes or 3 storm broods. There's always a chance. Limited is awful. I've heard good things about this limited format. Okay, surely not a 3rd red deck in a row, right? When I play Modern. I played 2 leagues of Modern last night, and I played against Boros 7 times. I don't know if it was just because of, like, the time that I was playing, but... You could always play Pioneer. Somebody told me in chat earlier they were trying to play Pioneer, and they ran into the same person in the queue 3 times in a row. Like, nobody's playing it. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just be a Balatro streamer. It's probably more enjoyable than watching the 10th match against Mono Red. Let's go. Kind of fucks with my curve to play this Preacher here, but... Because I'm not casting Bloodletter next turn. Oh, they should have attacked 100%. I wasn't going to block. I guess I'm afraid they're blocking. If I leave, bet you wish I stay. All the things you said to me. Have I ever tried playing as Mono Red in this meta? Nah, but I wouldn't really want to. I'm gonna go for the greedy line. I could go for the throat this, but I hope they I'm gonna hope they only have 1 blocker and they're just gonna die next turn. Because I'm confident they only have 1 blocker. That is 1 blocker. Yeah. Slasher victory achieved. I repeat, slasher victory achieved. Trigger. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, this. At least we know how to sideboard. Carsey into Bloodletter, and they're just looking at the dragon in their hand, like, what the fuck am I doing? Monastery Swiftspear. You got two drops? That's cheating. That's not fair. Can't have that. It's not allowed. What's up, Qui-Gon? How you doing today? Want to give your Monastery Swift Spear double strike? I think they'll cast a pump spell pre-combat. No blocks. No blocks. Okay, maybe they'll also cast the Might of the Meek. Fucked up thing is I still might lose this game. Okay, well, probably not. I mean, I do need a threat. That's not a threat. Hold. You have any annexes? Any annexes that are unholy? I need some holes. Holies. Unholies. I was trying to come up with a bit there, and it just wasn't gonna work. I mean, I don't have a threat. I don't have a threat yet. Oh, they left the village because they got auto-tapped? Nice. That's good. I wouldn't have guessed that cut down, but... Dude, come on! Oh my god. I'm gonna lose this game, aren't I? Win condition secured? Win condition secured? I repeat, win condition secured? Forever and ever and ever and ever. I have no creatures in my graveyard. That is true. The win con can get suplexed. I'll eventually find a creature. They're in my deck somewhere. I'll even take a second Soulstone. Oh, they have the dragon, right? They definitely have the dragon in hand. Dude, what is happening right now? Soulstone coast to coast, baby. Yep. Yeah, your turn. They have dragon. You know what'd be funny if they had dragon, but they had like one starting town to hardcast it? I don't know. I'm kind of like a little surprised that Ken didn't play a couple starting towns to try and hardcast the dragon. Or I guess Verge is better, right? Yeah, just a couple Verges. I mean, the issue with Verge is white on the front side. Five head. Alright, you sack a guy. I can't let him keep the Heartfire hero because they have a fucking rock base in play. Dude. Yeah. At least losing this game would be fucking hysterical. Yeah, I should have waited till their turn. Brick. Brick. Thank you. Holy shit, I found a creature. I didn't know they existed. I gotta pause. Is it a Might of the Meek? Yeah, Ely did have a good win percentage with Black-Green Roots. I think he went like 8-1-1 or even 2 or something like that. Dude, why didn't they attack? I'm not gonna block. The fuck? How on earth do you not attack there? What is happening? I don't know. I don't understand what's going on, man. Do you know what your cards do? Opponent, are you aware of the flavor text on your Screaming Nemesis? Do you know what the card does? I repeat. Now attacking. Sure. 4 life secured. I repeat, 4 life secured. 4 life secured. Yeah, your turn. I don't know what happened this game. Yep. 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 Maybe I should pay my actors better. I was gonna say we died of rage, but then I realized they had no cards in hand. Anyways, we don't talk about that match. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. He improvs everything. You think so? I feel like some of it is set up now. You cannot say a certain amount of gifted subs and not say it in the Randy Savage voice. All right, somebody asked me how much it would cost to do Randy Savage the whole stream. It would cost a certain amount of gifted subs, brother. Please mono red, please mono red, please mono red. Fuck! Wait, you kept this hand? What? Eh? Alright. True. Their deck is kind of sick. Every single deck that isn't mono red or isn't Prowess looks sick. But I do agree with you, their deck does look kind of sick. Opponent saved the stream. No, they're just delaying the inevitable. Because as soon as I queue into red again, it's going to be limited time. Yeah, I guess you're right. The creamer, yeah, the one with the creamer has to... That one was probably not scripted. You know, he just found that in the locker room as he was walking up to the interview screen. Yeah, there's no way that was scripted. Yeah. He just, like, grabs whatever is available in the locker room before he's about to go interview me and Gene. He's like, whatever, I can work with this shit. It's good enough. The Ancient Corn? Actually, I should not animate that. Note to self, do not animate. I repeat, do not animate. Do not animate. Do not... Come on. Please. Go. You should also draw non-land cards. I'm trying! I'm trying my best. 2 life secured. We need people to be like Randy Savage when they were interviewed on the Pro Tour. Yeah, they just go into character. Somebody just does like the Hulk Hogan eat your vitamins kind of thing. I see that we are both at 19 life. Need to kill the preacher? Yeah. Guess I'll do this now. New card spotted. New card spotted. These Soulstones are coming in clutch. Soulstones carry for sure. When I win the next PT. If I ever have an interview on the PT, I'll do that. We'll do the whole interview in the Macho Man voice. But then that would require me to qualify for the Pro Tour and be doing well enough to get interviewed by somebody at the Pro Tour, you know? So we're probably a long ways away from that. But I would do it. I would do it. Did they get my Duresses? Rude. Gonna get the glosses? I will. I will. I didn't go to the Modern Rescue this Saturday. We just watched the PT all weekend. Except for Top 8. We didn't watch Top 8. Soulstone, you got a long ways to go, buddy. You got a long ways to go. What's their win con? It's in play. It's Restless Cottage. Oh. Well, that's a win condition, kind of. They're cooking some shit. Opponent is definitely cooking some shit over there. His moistness. Why is he moist? Don't... That sounded... I'm not gonna... Just cut that. Just please cut that. Counter target spell. He is a frog. Not looking good over here. Not looking so hot. Glarb 1, Streamer 0. We're probably not winning this game. I mean, Glarb is nice, but he's no Sabsunin, you know. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9! Did I see a store qualifiers back? I did, yeah. I don't know whether I want to be happy or sad about that. Because, like, we did do a little bit of preparation for Historic when we played the metagame challenge, but I still think I'd rather have it be Pioneer. Why would I be sad? Well, I got a little excited about playing Pioneer when I thought it was going to be Pioneer. Now that it's back to Historic, I don't know. I was like, I was looking at some Pioneer decks this weekend, thinking about, like, you know, I could play that. That looks kind of fun. And then we're just not playing Pioneer. X equals 8. My goodness. Maybe they'll mess up again. Yeah, maybe they'll have the play-in be historic, but then the actual qualifier weekend, the last minute, they'll be like, oh, sorry guys, actually it's Pioneer. We could play some historic, I guess. Do some testing for the qualifier weekend. Has historic changed in the last 3 weeks? 2 weeks since we last played it? I assume no, right? Alright, what are they up to? Sultai, collect evidence, Glarb, bargain, probably Beanstalk. Artifact or creature, huh? They have a couple of those. Not a lot, but they have a couple. Something like this, maybe? Could do Gix's command over... Yeah, let's do Gix's command over tactics, actually. But I think it has to be Cutter and Rage for sure. I'd prefer them to just get rid of the whole format and start fresh, but they're just not going to do that, you know. I would like that. They're going to restrict Monstrous Rage to 2 copies. Probably not. Give me that Rakshasa's bargain. Oh. What's better? I still think bargain's better. It's close. Bans are going to be happening. Bans are going to be happening next Monday. That would be kind of cool if they reverted back to 2-year rotation and they just like fast track the rotation. I'd be down with that. You want 2 creatures or do you want Heist plus creature? They have Honored Dead and Stormbrood in hand. Honestly, I kind of want to just take Double Slasher. I feel like their deck has a very, very hard time beating Slasher. I guess that technically answers it, but they have to 2-for-1 themselves just to kill the first Slasher. Like, I'm cool with that. Because they can go land for Stormbird plus exile it. But like I said, I'm fine with that. Really? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess it's not really a 2-for-1, right? I'm surprised they did that. I mean, if this was their plan anyways, why didn't they just hold the cease? What? I don't get it. I guess if they drew a cover-up, casting the second Slasher is kind of shit, but... Yeah, cease is an instant. Okay. Alright with that. Medicine. Ooh. Ooh. Trigger. Demon. 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 Destroying target enchantment. That's a tough way to do it. That is a tough way to do it. Good thing I didn't get lazy and pre-combat that. I thought about it. So they're just dead, right? No, they're not dead because they have the cottage. But I mean, I guess I just do this, right? And now they have to trade the cottage for the slasher. Okay. Or they could do that. It's your favorite snake. 6, 7, 8. Oh, I guess they don't have to trade. Yeah, they would go to 1. That's a good point. I mean, they probably would trade, though, right? I think they're thinking their out is like trade, hope to find a kill spell, take 6 from the demon, go to 1. I don't know. They're just so far behind there. Okay, I'm in there. Drew the Garnet. Garnet has been drawn. I actually forgot to... Oh, okay, we're good. I think I always gifted in this matchup. They have a lot of good cards to hit. Oh. Interesting. I don't know what I want to do here. The Virtue doesn't kill Preacher. Like, which one of these cards do I want to cast the most? It might just be a 7-mana Virtue. Actually kind of close. I'm going to take one of these. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, I guess that's the reason not to take the Virtue, is because they can just snake the Virtue. You know what format isn't just 3 decks? Modern. I will say I played 2 Leagues of Modern last night in preparation for the podcast tonight, and I played against 7 Boros decks. Again, might just be an anomaly. Could have been the time that I was playing, but I experienced a lot of Boros. Because when I look through the challenges of the total metagame this weekend, there was only like less than 15% Boros. So it might only be like specifically a challenge thing, and that's it. What you got, Feedy? Feedy's nuts. Nope, no blocks. I got my own snake. You better watch out for that. You better watch out, opponent. My snake is coming for you. Instant enchantment. Blah, 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 blah. I think I just jam Elenda here. My snake. Dude, I literally, it's right here. What do you mean? Don't be weird about this. Virtue on a 1/1? Okay. Pause, pause, pause. And they can't Necropsy the Bloodletter this turn. Destroy target enchantment, counter target creature spell. Let's just jam this. I mean, they could have drawn a different counter spell, I guess, but they can't kill Elenda. That's fine. I'm like pretty happy about that too, because they can't necropsy the Elenda. I mean, neither of those kill the Elenda anyways, I guess, so that doesn't really matter that much, but this Elenda is just impossible. How does anybody kill this card? It's actually just unkillable. It's kind of fucked up. I could have even traded and played a second one. Maybe that was better. XDD fell? Who the hell plays fell? Phil? They have Edict, I guess. They could Edict it. It's an answer. They got my Annexes. They're gonna be really upset when I see the second Elenda. Yeah, I mean it makes sense for them to take Annex, but we have two different answers to the virtue. Fine, let's do this. Yeah, mono red can roast it. I'm saying specifically this opponent. How did they kill it? They don't have a lot of answers. Nah, I guess they have like Edict and Cover Up, so they have a couple. Prefer roasting streamer? Yeah, of course you do. Everybody does. I'm just gonna hold up the snake. Do I get the evidence card? Do I get the evidence card? What do you mean? Oh, off the heist. Nah, I think just holding up the snake is good enough. I'm holding my snake in my hand. It's actually not even in my hand, but I'm holding my snake off of the table. Duress. That's fine. This thing only goes after non-lands too, right? Oh no, okay. Artifact, creature, and shape of planeswalker. So this can't kill the Soulstone. I just want to animate it then. Combat. This Elenda is actually just clearing. There's just nothing they can do about it. Yeah, your turn. What is it? So if you have... Yeah, it's fine. So if you have 10 greater, it gets +5. So it becomes a 10/10? It's kind of nice. I'll take a 10/10. Okay, I'm like, wait, just counter that. True. True. Hand's good against mono red. Yeah, will streamer enjoy this match? Yeah, your options are mono red, Izzet, or other. Nah, we'll separate Prowess and mono red. Mountain. Oh, well, my hand got a lot worse. There's an unfortunate part about this hand now. Okay. I wish I just had a slasher. They'd be dead. It's the asshole of an ass. What does that even mean? Make it make sense. Combo with Drake. I guess the idea is that it's like mill and also life gain against mono red. I think they're just playing Omniscience with, yeah, they're just playing stock Omniscience as like this being like a shitty opposite Bailoff against mono red, I think is the idea. It's the win con? Oh, I get it now. Right, yeah. So they're just playing that instead of founding as the win condition? Okay, I get it. Guess that makes some amount of sense, right? Okay. Don't draw a third Abuelos, please. Pretty please. Huge duress incoming. Massive duress, kind of. I guess they can just counter the duress and hold up dispersal. Or just dispersal in response. I mean, I gotta do it, right? Yep. Sorry if asked already, but ban prediction, Cutter and Rage. Interesting. Should I pay? I think I just don't pay, right? Don't pay, attack for 2, play Annex. They drew a Blathos, you lose regardless. Not necessarily. Well, I mean, if the card in their hand right now is Abuelos. Right, but if the Abuelos is on top, then I lose regardless, yes. I'm just gonna jam this. Like, they're already down to 2 Abuelos. I think we just gotta jam, because they're gonna cast the... Oh, I guess they just bounce the Annex and the Preacher anyways. So maybe I just die regardless? I guess that kind of helps. So now we do this. The other dragon is so brutal there. Because now they just play dragon and bounce Bloodletter. Just pass? Pass and what? End of turn Soulstone, maybe? Is that better? Yeah. Oh. They bounce the other dragon instead of just presenting lethal. I'm pretty happy with that. So what, now I just pass? Yeah, I think I pass here and just go end of turn. Yeah, now we do the Soulstone thing. Yeah, this is fine, right? Because if they go attack, play dragon, we can go end of turn Soulstone, untap, attack, and kill the dragon, then do the thing. You get it, you get it. I mean, they have to have it out, right? Because they know that I have the Annex. Sure. Oh, no, I fucked up. I should have responded and go for the throat of the meringue. I also should not have played my land first. That was bad. Because I could have just replayed the Soulstone that turn. Weird. I mean, now I just do this. We're kind of in an okay spot unless they drew another dragon. Or Abuelos, of course, but not beating Abuelos anyways. There are 5? One, two, three, four, five, 6 mana. So what? Now we go Duress them first. We can survive, right? Fuck! Is that the third dragon? Well, I guess they shuffled that one back in. Definitely cannot beat the dragon. Yeah, dead. I wonder if I had a chance that game if I had just done the end of turn Soulstone that one turn. Perhaps. You don't really have a lot of sideboard for this matchup. You kind of just have nothing. I guess we can play this. Like this for the dragon, maybe? Is the end good against them? Well, no, they could have just shuffled the dragon right back in, right? Like, that could have just been the dragon they shuffled in, we don't know. I think I do this. Annex instead of Preacher was lethal. Because you're talking about the turn that they played the instant of the dragon and not the dragon, right? Songs in top right. They were on 5. Right, but I didn't have a dragon in play. I didn't have a demon in play. Bahamut. Okay. They simply will not draw a land that casts Normalize. Very, very easily. I can also just take the Normalize. Good. Get out of here. Get out of here. I think I'm going to, yeah. It kind of depends on what the schedule ends up being for the NRG series, because there is an NRG team series event this weekend. It's actually a team Final Fantasy sealed event. So once I find out what the schedule is, I'm going to try and figure out what I can and can't, like, you know, depending on what schedule I'm on, whether I can or can't stream on that one day. I don't think I'm going to be commentating on Saturday, so I think what we'll probably do is, like, qualifier playing on Friday, and then we'll do day 1 on Saturday, and then we'll do, like, after I do shift 1 commentary on Sunday, then we'll fire up the stream after that to do the rest of the qualifier weekend. No, it's actually not Pioneer. They changed it back. Which is just, like, the funniest shit ever. They ended up changing it back. Because initially it was supposed to be, well, what they said on the website, it was going to be historic, but then they messed up and the client had it as Pioneer this past weekend, but they reverted it back, so now it's historic. Yeah, they did. There was a tweet, I forgot who it was earlier. I want to say it was Fire Shoes that posted it, but somebody posted a tweet earlier that showed, like, a WotC employee saying that they switched it back to historic. It was, like, in their Discord or something. Why didn't they loot there? Demon. I'm, like, pretty sure it was a Fire Shoes tweet. Let me see if I can go check. I know somebody sent it earlier. Fire Shoes. Maybe it wasn't Fire Shoes. But they're basically just like, you know, that was what it was initially supposed to be. So they're not going back on that. They have no cards in hand. Cool with this. Could have, like, maybe attacked with the demon, but I have a feeling they're gonna, like, triple block the demon if I attack with it, and with double Annex, I want to keep the demon in play. It's a pretty good draw step from them. Okay. That's not bad either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we go animate this. Why on earth would you tap like that? I don't understand why you would tap like that. Because now I can't cycle this. I guess I couldn't cycle it anyways, right? Hold. Do I know what I'm gonna play? When we played the historic metagame challenge a couple, what was it, like 2 weeks ago at this point, I was really into the Jund like Sorin Reanimator deck, so I'm probably gonna play that again. That deck was sweet. Easy. I just realized that, like, I have so many bad cards against them. But, I mean, none of this shit's good, right? I guess Ashes could be okay against the Overlord plan. It's better than Elenda. No, because they're not doing any more Pioneer events for the qualifier weekend. But the people who got to play Pioneer last weekend, those people are living it up, you know? If I had known this was going to happen, I would have just played Best of 1 Pioneer last weekend. But I usually only like playing Best of 3 is the thing. Wait, is it Historic or Alchemy? I forgot. It's Historic, right? I get those... Dude, I just get those two mixed up all the time. I kind of want to take their Overlord. What you got over there? Yeah, give me that. Historic has Alchemy. No, I know, but they are two different formats, is what I meant. You know what I mean? They are two different formats. Hiss Alchemy? Altoric? Horror. Oh, I like the artifact deck too, but I don't think it's very good. Kind of want to do this. And then if they decide to get lost it, we can just vacuum it. Whoa! Sure. True. -1 token. Wait, what is this deck? Azorius Flash? I don't remember this the last time we played Historic. Jace, Tameo, Arc. Oh, this is the fucking Croakies deck. Wait, really? This is just the deck that Croakies, like, randomly brewed up and now everybody's playing it. Is it good? I never tried it. It's annoying as shit, though. Maybe it's good. It's actually good. I believe it. Boros, Auras, Mardu, Sacrifice with Joshua. Yeah, makes sense. Abzan, Sorin. This is like Sorin, but with Malevolent Rumble and Oath of Nissa. Did he export it from somewhere? I don't know. I thought he came up with it on the fly, but... Oh, fuck, they get the Overlord back. Chat, we have a problem. I repeat, we have a problem. We have located a slight problem. Yeah. I guess my out is just... like, eventually sacrifice the vacuum. I can answer both of their threats. If they just play the Overlord next turn, I can just go for the throw at the Overlord. Which is, like, kind of nice. No, we haven't tried either's deck yet. I'll maybe switch it up after this. I've been playing this for a little bit. We could play a different deck. Dude, I just want to land, man. Play this? I guess I'll attack. I mean, the good news is they don't have a lot going on. And we still have the vacuum up, so... but I just want to draw 2 more lands. Like, this is a huge ghost vacuum. Get the dragon too. They could eventually hard cast the Omniscience. Slasher down. I repeat, slasher down. If it had no counters on it, okay. So I should actually put the counters onto this one. Land. Fuck, man. Cruelclaw the Omni. Yeah, I guess I could do that, huh? I really just want lands at this point. Dude, lands where? Hello? Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take the Omni. I don't know if it matters, but... maybe I'm just playing too hard for the Ghost Vacuum. But there's a lot of shit under this. Okay, huge. Huge. I guess we just make them use whatever they have now. They have something, because they have a priority window. What you got, Owl Familiar? Show me your secrets. Oh. We're thinking about something. Why would they... I guess they just lose whatever they take, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's fair. But they could at least, like, putting stuff in the graveyard doesn't matter with the vacuum, though. Easy.